2025 BMW M3. It's been facelifted and it's just as bad as ever. Oh my God. And they took away the halos. There's not even the iconic and the... Okay, let's just drive it. Okay, so the 2025 G80 M3, the latest facelift with a bunch of little changes, but a lot of subtle things and tuning that I didn't really expect. This car is significantly different to the previous, even the 2024 car, and especially the original G80s and G82s. This thing has reached something of an apex. It's now this perfect amalgamation of technology, and let me explain why. It's a supercar. The way it leverages technology, the way it rotates, the way it's deliberately unstable in handling and restabilizes with the all-wheel drive reminds me a lot of something like a Nissan GT-R. It's a crazy thing to wheel around a corner. This car has front end. The rear end gives away before the front every time in every situation, and then you get on the all-wheel drive and the car rotates a bit, and it's always doing this little dance around the center. It's really nice. I don't really feel the 4,000 pounds that it weighs. Steering's a bit dead, of course. It's a BMW, but it's generally lovely. I can't fault it. And here's the thing, is that it's exciting to drive. The ZF 8-speed is fast. It does this huge torque interruption on upshifts that's really fun, and it manages itself just so well. It downshifts quickly. It's loud with the fake sound. It's a lot of fake sound, I'll give you that. You could hear it if I put a mic near the speakers. It's so obviously coming from the stereo, but the exhaust is actually fairly loud. Everything's fairly loud in the thing. And this S58 just makes power. It sounds like an old M3, an old inline 6 M3. And it has all this sort of lovely little characters and sort of ideas of what motorsport, of what a race car feels like. And I really enjoy it. Most of the time it doesn't land, but in this car somehow there's a refinement and a completeness to it. And especially you sit low in the carbon bucket seat, the steering column's high, so your eye line is right at the top of the steering wheel, so you feel like you're sitting low and hunkered in and like properly. And then when you want it turned down, it becomes a comfortable everyday luxury sedan. You turn everything off, it's quiet, it's really usable every day. The back seat is super big, and it gets great fuel economy. I got 27-28 highway in this thing, and that's not trying, that's just sort of ripping. The original G80s and G82s were a bit pushy, a bit heavy feeling. It's finally with this facelift that it feels so tippy-toes and so good, but has this broad usability. Even though M3 has gotten expensive, these things start in the high 70s, 80s, and this one is around 110 as tested. They're really expensive cars, but sort of back it up because you could convincingly buy one of these, buy a track set of wheels and tires if you want to go do that kind of thing, use your road tires every day, and you have a car that convincingly does both. You could put it in two-wheel drive mode and drift it if you want, and it's really good at that. The diff locks up instantly and just comes right around in a massive smoky drift. I know the CT5V Blackwing is the darling, but there's something to this. There's an emotional sort of historic significance to hearing that inline 6 and feeling the M of it. It's not the most analog thing in the world, but it's getting to this point where technology is so refined and so good, you're not feeling it as much anymore. It just feels like a lighter, more nimble car, rather than a car that's leveraged to hell with everything, which this car has everything. It has brake vectoring, which helps it turn at high speed. It has adaptive dampers, which make the ride quality freakishly good and the ride control freakishly incredible. And it has every single thing in the book to make it better. BMW has refined this to a completely perfect mirror polish. The G80 M3, the 2025 one, is just incredible. Some of the things I don't like are related to the facelift. I don't like the new air vents. I complained about this in the M5. Why are air vents getting worse? The airflow is worse out of these air vents. I like that little bit of architectural ambient lighting you get, but the air vents don't flow as well, so I'm always running hot in this car. iDrive 8.5 is really good. It has this one bug with CarPlay where sometimes Seek Track stops working. Every other time I plug it in on wireless, it stops working, so that's why I use wired CarPlay. It just fixes that issue. Also, I don't like, why are gauge clusters stupid now? Why is the tachometer a ribbon instead of a circle? It should just be a circle. There's also the fact of the matter that they haven't facelifted the car. They made the headlights less BMW, which is just like 4 little nubs, I guess, instead of like angel eyes, which is such an iconic BMW thing. And also it still has that horrific front end, which has now been solved by the aftermarket. So if you really want to go do that, BMW won't solve it for you. I can't help but enjoy this object, even though it's the harbinger of doom for BMW people of modern BMWs. It's the most modern BMW of them all. Numb steering, big and heavy, turbo, not like the cars of old, but I think it's finally reached a point where this is, dare I say it, E46 levels of good. ...2025 M3, facelifted, not much if we just don't look over here and don't vomit. Well, there you go, thank you, thanks director. If we just ignore that part of it, and we ignore the fact that BMW's iconic angel eyes are gone, this is quite a good car. Not too different from the previous 2 G80s, except this feels more CS, like I said. It feels sharper, feels faster, feels more nimble. All of your normal journalist buzzwords, you know, you get annoyed with me. What I want to address is, compared to the AMG that I said, controversially apparently, according to you commenters, that CLE53 is an M3 killer / M4 killer. I think they're 2 different flavors of a very similar ice cream. The CLE, much more engaging, much more connected than this, but not as aggressive, not as fun, doesn't make me laugh as much. So I think it's a matter of preference. If you want an M car that slides around and does dumb shit all the time, buy an M car. If you want a nice, mature, connected driver's car of a Grand Touring Coupe, CLE for you. Ignore the C63. The C63 is not even in the same league as this car. This is so much better, it's not even funny. Facelifted M3, really still good. Kind of an M3 CS killer, if anything. It's a good car.